Hi guys, nice to be with you again. This is video number 7 for science grade 5 second part. So please open your books, page 238. For today we have a new topic which is about how thermal energy is transferred. And in this lesson we will learn about what is a heat and the three ways thermal energy is transferred. Before we start, you see some new vocabularies in here. I'll read them for you, so please repeat after me and memorize them very well. Heat, heat, conduction, conduction, convection, convection, radiation, radiation, infrared radiation, infrared radiation. Okay, so the first one or the first way we talk about for today is a conduction, because we have three ways for transferring thermal energy. One of them is a conduction and the other is a convection, and also we have radiation as well. Before we start, you see we need to know about what is a heat. Heat means a transferring thermal energy which makes us feel cold or warm. Okay, that's the definition of heat. Like what? Like when you touch an icicle, that means a piece of ice. Okay, so some of the thermal energy in your hand is transferred or moved into the icicle, so your hand gets colder and the icicle gets warmer. So this transferring of thermal energy, which makes us feel cold or warm, is called a heat. And as I said, we have three ways for transferring thermal energy, which they are conduction, convection, and radiation. Okay, which I gave them numbers, so you can tell if tap water is hot. How? By touching the metal faucet it's running through. This works because the particles of hot water are moving fast and bump into the particles of faucet, causing thermal to start moving fast as well. So in another word, the particles of hot water transfer thermal energy to the faucet. Soon the faucet and the water are same temperature. We all notice that at home, and you can also try it. So let's see what is a conduction, because during this explanation we can realize what is a conduction. The transfer of thermal energy by particles bumping into each other is called a conduction. And conduction is how thermal energy moves from an electric stove burner to a metal pan. As you see in here, in this picture, we have an electric stove and a metal pan. You see that most metals conduct thermal energy well. That's why they are a good conductors. But some kinds of matter don't conduct thermal energy so well. Like what? Like a foam cup, for example, is very poor conductor of thermal energy. And if a foam cup were filled with a cold drink, it would remain cold for a long time. Okay, so materials that don't conduct thermal energy well are called insulators. Insulators, okay. And we have a picture in here which it is about a electric stove and an electric stove which with a metal pan. You see the heat is directly moving through the pan, transferring through the pan. Why? Because this pan is a good conductor, because it made out from a metal. Okay, as the burner gets hotter and the particles it moves faster because they have more thermal energy. And that was our lesson for today. I hope you understand very well, and thanks for listening.